All right, hey guys, so I'm gonna keep you guys up to date as I always do. Feeling the sweater? My worth is found in Christ. Yes, it is. All right, so guys, I'm gonna keep you guys up to date of what just happened. So as of Wednesday, they stopped making pennies as of Wednesday. And it just was so subtle. You know why, guys? Because around that time was the time that they opened up the whole government shutdown. That was, now that's done and away with. And then they just slid that in the news like, oh yeah, the penny, we'll stop making a penny as of today. However, they did let us know like 6 months ago, which nobody was really paying attention to as of 6 months ago. They was like, oh, the penny is going to stop being printed. They're not going to be printing no more pennies. No more pennies are going to be made. That slid under the radar because there's so many things that they do. They do a lot of things really slick, so people don't really stress about it, don't worry about it. You get what I'm saying? So now they did this. It's been all over the news as of Wednesday. I'm quite sure you've seen it on the news. And so everybody's probably like, okay, so what does that mean? Well, as far as going to the store, and it's so funny because I had went to Burlington to get a coat, and when I went to the coat, a lady, I think it came out to something where I had to give them a penny. It was probably like, say if it was like $90 and 98.02 something like that. So she was like, they're doing away with the pennies, and I was like, yeah, I did hear about that. Then she said, well, actually, when they do that, that means the price is going to go up. They're gonna have to round it off because there's no more pennies that you can give out. So I was like, oh man, this is not good. But it reminds me of the book of Revelations where it's a quarter of wheat for a denarius, where it's going to be like it's going to be a full month's wages. And I want to talk to you guys about that. It's going to be a whole nother video I'm going to do about that. But it's like all these prices are going up and everything, right? But look, guys, not only they're doing away with the penny, and we know it, so that means the prices are going to go up. So on the news, this is what they're saying, but this is what I want you guys to really be smart about. On the news, they're saying that if you certain store, and listen to what they're saying, certain stores say if something is $20.20, right, or like something like that, they could bring the price down to match what you're able to have to round it off, or they could bring the price up. Most stores said they're going to bring the price down. The problem is most stores can bring it up. So places like Burlington already said their price is going to go up to round it off. To that pen, the cent of a penny or whatever. The thing with people not paying attention to is they're not going to only do away with the penny. It's not going to be just a penny. Think about it. Why would they only do away with pennies? There's nickels, there's dimes, there's quarters, right? They're going to do away with all the cents. What they're doing is put it on the radar so nobody's really paying attention, so nobody would panic. They're going to do that. And then they're going to start printing money. Okay? Once they stop printing money, it's all in time for them to create the digital dollar. Everything they want digital. And this is the beginning of it, because right after they did this, and right after they opened up the government shutdown was ended, they said they already put it up on the news. Hey, we are no longer making no more pennies. As of Wednesday, this is the last day. That same time, look at this. So not only did that go under the radar, but as of yesterday, they're going to just come out of nowhere and just slide it in on Apple that you can now have a digital passport. And most of y'all like, so what? It's more convenient. That's what they're going to sell you for the whole mark of the beast. It's going to be convenient to take the mark of the beast. So you could be able to feed your family. So everything is going to be convenience at first. Okay? That's how that's going to sell you. So they slid this in right after they opened back up the whole government. They opened it back. Everything was opened back up. They slid this in. And they literally slid it in the Apple. So if you have like iPhone, they slid it in where you can have the Apple wallet or your iPhone wallet. You can just take your passport that you have, the physical passport that you have, and you can put it and add it to your wallet. And it will look like this. So you don't have to worry about having the physical one no more. This, what people feel like is just convenience and is excellent. This is to track everywhere you travel. So if you plan on going to Puerto Rico this month, next month you have another trip to go all these places, they're going to track everywhere you went, when you went, the time you went, how many times you went, because after a while it's going to be like a digital print. It's just going to be everywhere you go, they want to know what's going on, because it's about a control thing, where after a while it's like you went 5 times to the you went 5 times, 5 flights for this month, no more flights you can take. Y'all think it's not gonna happen. Y'all think I'm a joke until y'all see it on the news, and they're just gonna slide it right under. But it's already here. I seen it being talked about in other states. I didn't think it was coming that fast. It's actually here. They actually give you the option right now. If you have an iPhone, or even if you have different or whatever phone you have, give you the option in your on your phone, the wallet. You can be able to take your passport, take a picture and the ID, and it would download it on your phone. Like I said, it seems convenient, it seems excellent, until you understand why they're doing this. Everything will become digital. Everything we do, we say. Money, you can't track money. The digital passport, you can't physically track everything and everywhere you're going. But if it's digital, the phones, think about it. When you have your phone, every phone call, every text, everything you say is being recorded. And that's a whole nother thing, because now on phones, they say that they're going to have authority where after you're on the phone for like more than an hour or a few minutes, they're going to be able to keep it under the court of law unless something happens. This is bugged out, y'all. Y'all need to follow what's going on with these laws and how they're changing, because we're so caught up with the world and we're so caught up with the government shutdown. They always do distractions and subtly do stuff like this. Subtly do the penny stuff. Just take away. The pennies that was just one. It's going to be the pennies, and then they're going to do they're going to be saying, since we did the pennies, they're going to slide. And either way, I feel like they're tiptoeing. You ever heard of there's a frog, instead of them throwing the whole frog in the pot, they just put the frog in some cold water, turn the heat up low, and then they just let it sizzle up. So after a while, when it dies, they don't even realize it's dying, because it's chilling, it's relaxing in warm water. And then as it gets warm, by the time it get hot, you're dead. And this is what I feel like they're doing. Okay, I feel like they just putting us in like, oh, it's fine, everything. Listen, guys, it's convenient. Look up the book of Revelations. All of this stuff you will not be able to buy nor sell. Why? Because everything's going to be digital. Okay, digital currency. We're going to have one world government, guys. All this stuff is about to change. Just look up everything that's about to change. But that's not the only thing that's going on this earth. Remember we talked about the corona the corona mass ejection, the CME that just hit Earth? I told y'all, it seems like it's been too much. We just had one last night. So as you can see here, as of last night, they were able to see that we had a hole, okay? So it's just like a coronal hole that we had. They open up a lot. It's not the first time, but they open up a lot over the sun. So our sun has coronal holes that open up, but this one is really wide to the point that it causes major solar flares. And when those solar flares hit our Earth, it causes geomagnetic storm, which causes the CME to hit our Earth sometimes directly, like it has been, which causes all these auroras that's been happening all over. And a lot of people saying it's so beautiful. This radiation. Okay, and I need you guys to pay attention to that, because we had this open up, and now they're saying within 24 to 48 hours, we should be having more auroras. So as of last night, it's so crazy, I could not go to sleep. As of last night, we got hit. So as of last night, we were hit. They said last night while you were sleeping, the Earth's magnetic field protected us from a powerful solar storm. However, we still got it. It's still hit, right? So, and then there's another one that's just stating that we did get hit by it, and now it's a chance, because it was so strong, that it's another one that's going to hit, and that's going to cause more auroras. Our Earth is in trouble, and it's because the Lord's coming. Y'all gonna get tired of me saying it, but I will never stop saying it till the day I die. The Lord's coming is nigh, and the earth is groaning for his coming. And he said there will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. The sun is just really going off, okay? The sun is doing these solar flares, creating geomagnetic storms, which could cause earthquakes. It could cause a power outage. It could cause radio frequencies to shut down. It's getting real. We need to open up our eyes, not keep our head in the sands, because changes are coming on this earth. I want you guys to stay awake and stay prayed up.